Before we go further, let me explain this real quick before we go further. So I want to share with you different designs for different social media platforms. So all you have to do now is to come to your Canva homepage, and having to come to your Canva homepage, you can create different designs for different social media platforms. Something about social media platforms is that they all have their traits and attributes, and you need to understand the traits. So you could easily search for templates, whether you want to create an Instagram post or you want to create a Facebook post or a Twitter post. You can search the templates directly from here and get templates, or you get a blank space for you to design. As you could see, we have different social media platforms right here. As you could see from here, I had to come to the social media category, and we have the popular. So we have different size right here. As you could see, we have Instagram post for 4:5. This is not a square image, but this is 4:5, which will be perfect for Instagram. And we have Instagram story at this size, and we have Facebook post landscape at this size. Then we have WhatsApp status, we have Facebook cover, we have Instagram reel, and we have TikTok video, we have YouTube thumbnail. So these are all social media platforms, and you could get different design size for them. And this is very necessary because I had to explain to you, but something is always certain. Something is certain. If you want to design something that goes into all social media platform, it has to be in a square format, and this is the right size for that, which is 1080 times 1080 pixel. That makes it a square image. So you could choose something like this. When you choose something like this, it goes into your social media platform, and I needed to explain that for you. That's why most times when you want to design for compatibility for different platform, you design in a square format, and that's what you're seeing right here. So we have this, and all you have to do is to just take what you want. For instance, this is a premium template. I could easily take that and I could easily do what I want to do with it. So here we can actually bring the brand Blood Creative Studio into this, and we are going to have a shirt itself. So I could just bring in the white logo. Yes, so we have the white logo right here, and we could bring that in right now and make sure it is okay. So I could crop whatever I have right now, and I'm trying to crop that. So we have something like this, and here we are. So you could create all sort of designs. So I just want to do this just to create something for the brand. So here we are, and we have something like this. So I could just make sure this is like a 14, and I'm going to have Blood Creative Studio. So here we are, and here's the cloth design. So we have something like this. So this could actually stay somewhere here, and we could just make it something like this. So we have something like this at this very middle. So this could come in right there, and I could decide to make sure this is beyond this. So this will be studio AD, and yes, I'm going to have a D right there, and here it is. So I'm trying to create a very simple design. So what I'm just trying to say in essence is that when you want to create a design, you want to create a design for compatibility for social media, you create it in a square format, and here you'll be good to go. So we have something like this. Left to me, I would have left it this way. So this is simple. Yeah, this is simple, and it looks okay to me. So yeah, or you could even easily bring it to the middle, so it stays in the middle this way, like the upper part of the cloth, something like this. Yes, so we have something like this in the middle. Yes, so we are good to go. So this is a design for Blood Creative, and you could just go ahead to publish it directly to whatever platform you want to publish it to. So you could just go ahead to do that. That's how to create for different social media platform. So let's try to share this out. I could use the same Canva to write, but let's try to share this out and see how that goes for us. So I could say I want to share it to Instagram, Facebook. Since we have all those things connected, so we could start sharing one by one. So I could start with a Facebook page, and you could just share whatever you want to share right now. And you could see these are premium options for you to use. So you could say large creative studio merch coming soon. To the store coming soon. Watch out. Yes, so I could just do something like this. And since we have Canva AI, so I could use Canva AI to refine this content. Remember, we have something called Canva AI, so I could always come right here. I could always come to my home, and having to come to my home, I'll be able to access the Canva AI. So I'll be able to use that. So you see Canva AI right here, and you could use it from here. So I would say write a short post for me describing this describing these to all creatives out there. Yes, so I'm going to paste it right now. Black creative mesh is coming soon as a brand way of its own, as a brand way of its own, under the trademark BC fashion, which is meant to serve the techies in the creative space as a tech fashion brand. So I'm going to use this to like create a content. So I could say write a yes, and here we have it. So I could say send this right away. So I've be able to describe what I want. So let's see what the Canva AI would do for us. So I'm not sure how to respond. So let me say, okay, it's not sure how to respond. So write this perfectly well for me. Okay, so I'm going to have this sent, and let's see what we are going to have this way. So we are going to wait for Canva AI to give us a content for this particular post that we want to post. So let's see what Canva AI would come up with. So these are the use cases Canva has been able to serve social media manager, and that is why I'm showing you these ways and how to go about creating content with just Canva, from your design to your content writing to everything you want to create. So you could create directly from Canva. So let's see what the result will be from here. So we have our content right here, and here it is. It says we've got some exciting news, and all I have to do is to copy this. Then let's try to replicate that here. So we're going to try to replicate it here, and let's be sure it's well replicated. So I'm going to have something like this, and it says we've got some exciting news that's going to add a dash of style to your tech savvy lives. Large Creative Studio is launching its own brand wear under the trademark BC Fashion. But this isn't just any fashion line, it is a tech fashion brand designed with you, the techies of the creative space, in mind. We are talking about fashion that's as innovative, dynamic, and forward thinking as you are. So keep your eyes peeled and your style senses alert. BC Fashion is coming soon, and it's going to be a game changer in the world of tech fashion. Watch out, creatives, because things are about to get a whole lot more fashionable. Yes, remember, you are not just creatives, you are trendsetters, And with basic fashion, you'll be able to you'll be setting the trend in style. Stay tuned. Yeah, so we have this which is perfect for me, and we just used Canva AI to get a content for ourselves. So I'm going to just prompt this, then I'm going to copy, and I'm going to publish to Facebook first. Then we could go ahead to publish to other social media platforms. Like I said, the most important thing is when you want to design for compatibility, you design in a square format, and that's what I just did right now. So we are going to have this sent, and I just have that sent. Then we could go on and on to share on other pages. So that was Facebook. We could go on to share on like Instagram as well. Instagram is very important, so we're going to share on Instagram as well. So this goes to Instagram, and I'm going to have this pasted. Then we're going to publish that to Instagram as well. So aside from Instagram, we're going to go to a LinkedIn page, and from LinkedIn page, we're going to go to X, which is Twitter. So I'm going to do all that, and just for you to know that the way to make a design compatible for all social media platform is for you to create them in a square format, and that's what I just did. So we are going to share this right away. We're going to share it to LinkedIn page as well. So we have shared to Facebook, we've shared to Instagram. Now let's share to the LinkedIn page, which is Billard Creative Studio LinkedIn page. So I'm going to paste this right now, and I'm going to publish that right away, and that will go to the LinkedIn page. Then the last place I would love to post that is the X page, which is Twitter. So I'm going to share this, then I'm going to say see all, then I'm going to come right here to X. Since I've connected all the social media accounts to Canva already, so automatically we have it there already. All we have to do is just be publishing post from Canva, and that way we are going to start publishing posts. So you could see this one has 280 character limit. So we're going to say, so we are going to just take out parts that are not really necessary. So we are going to take out those parts that are not really necessary right now. So I'm going to have something like this, and yes, we are good to go. Control Z. So I'm going to have something like this. Okay, so we have something like this, and let's see how we can make this shorter. So it says we've got some exciting news that's going to add a dash of style to your tech savvy life. Okay, so I'm going to take that out. That is not needed actually. So it's going to be Blood Creative Studio is launching its very own brandwear under the trademark BC Fashion. Remember, you're not just a creative, you are trendsetters, and with BC Fashion you'll be setting the trend in style. Stay tuned. Yeah, so this will be the appropriate way to publish this on X. So I'm going to have that published right away, and we could go ahead to see what we've done so far. So I could come to X, yes, to check X to see what I've done so far. I could come to Instagram to see what I've posted so far, and I could come to Facebook to see what I've posted so far. So we're going to come to Facebook, and I could come to LinkedIn to see what we've posted so far. So we could see that everything will be compatible with all these different social media platforms we just posted. So right now I want to check for what we just posted, which is this, and you could see it right now. So this is it right here, and it's looking great. So this is that design we just worked on, looking great. And look at it on X, so we could see what we just posted on X as well. So you could see right here, it is looking great. That's how you get to design something that is going to be compatible with all social media platform, like you could see right here. So this is Billard Creative Studio as well, and this is our Facebook page. Then we could check our Facebook page for what we are going to see. So we have Facebook, and we are going to check what we just posted. So this is what we just posted from Canva, which all looks good because we designed it in a square format. So that's the message I want to pass, and the message has been passed, as you could see. So this is it on LinkedIn, and this is our LinkedIn page, and it looks great as well. I hope to see you in the next lesson. See you there.